Hello, everybody. My name is Pej. I'm the interventionist that also works in the field of addiction and mental health. Today, we're going to talk about cocaine, the effects, how it affects you, what it's all about. I'm not a doctor to sit here and give you like a breakdown of what cocaine does to you chemically, but I do know this that I go off of personal experience, and my experience with cocaine was, when I was in a junior high school health class, we were learning about cocaine way back then. I remember like what we were taught is that you try cocaine one time, you have a great chance of getting highly addicted to it. And I didn't even know that I was an addict yet, and I hadn't even gotten to coke until in my junior high school years. We were just playing around with weed and things like that. But I remember at the age of 16, 16 years old, there was somebody whose father worked in the hotel industry. So this guy's dad had a lot of cocaine underneath his bed, and we caught wind of it and we started using that coke. And I remember before the very first time that I ever tried cocaine, it was right in front of me, and the thoughts came back to me of being in that junior high school class and seeing that video where they said one try and you could be highly addicted to cocaine. And sure enough, I was going to go with it. I'd already tried all the other drugs that I was doing, the hallucinogens, the marijuana, the drinking, and it was my time to finally experiment with this stuff. And I did one rail of it, and it's like, I had arrived. Like it was it. Like that, it was the ultimate euphoria. And I remember I thought to myself, we got to do a lot more of this. Let's try to get as much as we can. And when we finished the supply that was underneath my friend's dad's bed, we definitely sought it out and we started doing more. Now, what wasn't normal was the fact that we were two 16-year-olds that had not only been doing cocaine, but we learned how to rock it up. And we were basically using baking soda and coke, and we were freebasing coke. And somebody had just taught us that back then when we were younger. And so we're two kids, 16-year-olds, smoking cocaine, and that's not normal. What came out of that is we'd go to the nightclubs, we'd go down to Mexico. One of the craziest experiences I had is that we went into this place in Tijuana, and we went in the back of this club, and some guy broke out some cocaine and put it out on this table for us, and we started doing lines of that. And then something happened where federalities came in, so we quickly went into the bathroom. I was trying to avoid them, and when we went in there, some of them had actually pulled one of our friends into the bathroom and had him handcuffed with his. He was up against the wall. They were handcuffing him, and they had taken his cocaine. And I looked over and saw the two cops were actually doing. They were so crooked down there in Tijuana. They were doing his coke, and so I had to sneak out of there and get away from that. And I just remember like thinking, wow, like this, the adventures that come with the coke in the cocaine world, And for a long time, like obviously I would do so much of it because when I did coke, like I did it in excess. It wasn't like something that I just did a little bit of. It went hand in hand with drinking alcohol. I loved drinking. I loved doing coke together. The more coke I would do, the more I could drink, and we could just go all night long. We'd stay in a lot of hotel rooms. It was an easy way to get with women, especially at a very young age. And you can get many different types of women that would want to do cocaine with you. But it's those days when we started to actually like get into freebasing it, where we became different people. And the addiction, I knew at that age, at a very young age, that I could see like how it would change certain people, how they became total fiends, how we would numb our gums by taking a little bit of cocaine and just like putting it on the inner part of our lips, and knowing like this is good coke, based off the numbness that we would incur. And so basically coke was just a thing. It was a way of life, and I did it for a long time. I remember at that time the weird thing was that somebody actually turned me on to crystal meth, and I told them, you know what, I'm good with that. Even though I became a full-blown tweaker later on in my drugging career, I remember doing the coke and just thinking like, this is good enough for me. This is the party drug. It was a great stimulant. The only thing about cocaine is like the come down, like the next day, there's a lot of depression that I would endure, and it would totally like either make me want to seek out more and do more, or just take a break for a week, and then once it came down to the weekends again, we'd be back, ready to obtain more and do more cocaine. So how does somebody recover from cocaine? Well, let me put it to you this way: there is hope, definitely. Cocaine captivates you, and once you do it a lot, there's no way of really quitting unless you put it aside. So if it's something that, takes control of your mind and you don't know how to get away from doing it, you definitely can seek help. Some people go to treatment for it. Some people go to certain organizations that are based around cocaine addiction and also overcoming cocaine addiction. But there is hope, and definitely I've seen a lot of people recover from cocaine habits and addictions. If you like this information, please subscribe, and I'll check out some of our other videos as well as our TikToks and our podcast called Pej's Recovery Corner.